girls, welcome back to the channel. We got a new deck, we got a new trick, we got a ton of content in this one video, so let's get into it. So first let's get into the deck. So you guys might be like, wait, hold on, this deck does not look like either of the two that you showed in that little like update that I did, and that's because this deck isn't as cool as those two. It's decent, you know. I did buy it after all, but those two I want in a separate video that's just gonna be me reviewing them and maybe doing some little tricks and stuff with them because they're just incredible, like absolutely awesome. Mainly, this video is gonna be teaching you the snap change, a few different very like tricks and stuff you can do with it, just helping you to perform it very well. In case you don't know what the snap change is, let me give you a real quick example, just because that'll be a little bit later in the video that we'll be getting to that. But this is what it looks like. You can instantly change one card into another. You can do it just over and over. You can turn it face down, face up. But the point is, it's a very good move. It's very cool. There's a lot of things you can do with it, which we're going to be going over a little bit later. The backs, they're just generic. The fronts are also pretty generic. I mean, there's a little bit of difference on like you know, it almost is like kind of medieval. The court cards. The only really cool thing is that it did come with a blank card, which most decks don't come with. Which is just like a card before it gets printed. Which is nice because you can do plenty of stuff, you know, printing cards and stuff with blank decks. But other than that, it's very just general, kind of like bicycle deck. Like the jokers are, well, yeah, we don't talk about that. But yeah, in general, the cards are generally the same, except for the weird looking jokers, which we do not talk about. Again, no comment. Kind of generic. Me personally, this is just my opinion, I don't love the like big pips look where oops, I dropped a card, where it has like the pips are really big versus that you see how the pips are so much smaller, and it's just like, I just think that's nicer quality. Like, they're pretty smooth and stuff, you can definitely do different stuff with them, but I just personally am not a huge like big pip person. That's like kind of the review of it. We're going to be using them today as we do the snap change and as I teach you guys that, so hopefully we'll break it in as we go. And so let's get into the performances of the snap change. Okay, so let's get into the snap change. This is what you're going to do. All you need for it, I'm going to show you a few different little tricks that you can do with it, but the basic one, you simply need two cards. Now, they can be any cards, but I don't like having the same two of the same color. I think it looks cooler with like red and black. And also, I feel like sometimes court cards look a lot better. So here's going to be the main mechanics. In case you don't know, it relies on a little like extended view here. You have the king here. You're snapping, and it's doing this. Generally, when I do this, I perform it normally with like a deck, so that way I can do it here, and then I can just drop that card on the top of the deck, and then I can hand out the card. Two cards, pretending that they're one, so you're going to have them sitting on top of each other, and basically your grip is going to be like if you're snapping, similar to it. You're just going to be using these three cards, mainly your thumb, your middle finger, and your first finger of whatever hand is dominant. So you're going to be putting your first finger and your middle finger on the, if the card is facing away from you, which it should be, and it's held like this, horizontal, it should be the bottom right corner, and your thumb is just going to go on the back side in that same corner. So you're holding the card like this, right? You don't really need these fingers. One thing that I can teach, learn the move just by just doing it like this. I would suggest after you learn the basics, learn how you can use your other hand to flick it as you do it, because that's gonna make it not only look cooler, but the reason why I suggest that you do that is because, like, even if you do it kind of slow but then you flick it, it kind of like moves the card a little bit, and so then they're not going to be able to see it as much. I dropped the card. It's just going to look a whole lot cooler. So now let's get into the basic mechanics, or I mean like the how to do it. So you have it in this grip, middle finger and first finger and your thumb. Here's what you're going to be doing. I'll show you without the card. you're going to be doing this. Pulling your middle finger and your thumb. So you're basically pulling this card. You're pushing your thumb up, like this, up, as you pull your middle finger down. So it's just like you're doing like friction back and forth, but you're doing it as one. And you're still pinching. You're pinching. It's kind of weird because you're pinching this card between your thumb and your first finger, but you're also pinching this bottom card, and that's what's going to allow you to hold it where the edge of it is covered by this card. And so yeah, so that's it. Basically, you're holding the card, and then you're just pushing up with your thumb, pulling down with your middle finger. It's going to clear the card, and then it will immediately be covered by your first finger as well as the card, right? That any part of it that should be that has the chance of flashing hopefully shouldn't be. So that's the main basic thing. Now there's one other thing I wanted to teach you, and this is one perhaps you've seen before on YouTube. I know a lot of magicians have done this. It's not my own, but I am going to share it with you. But the storyline basically is that you're going to be changing 4 into 2 2s, right? So this is kind of the storyline. You show them a 4 and you ask them that you can see it separated 2 on 2. And what would happen, what would it look like if you took 2 of the pips off? And then you say you're going to show them. You do the snap change, and then you have 2 individual 2s. So you're going to have your 2s lined up also as one card. Your 4 goes on top of the 2s like this. And again, same mechanic, but this time when you're pulling that card down, you're going to have to give more force with your thumb of pushing in and up because you're going to have 2 cards. And then once you do this change, you're just going to be left kind of like this. So you want to kind of push your thumb up a little bit more so that they can see that there's 2 cards here. And the nice thing about this move, once you get the first one down, as you start to do this, it kind of just flows out. As you yank this card down with your middle finger and you push up with your thumb, you're already going to kind of spread. So because of that, it's going to make it a lot easier to do it and then kind of spread up. But it's like, just seeing that is like incredible. Like, I'm not joking, guys. People are gonna, like, their minds will get blown seeing this. It's crazy. I've had really good reactions with this trick, and I love teaching it. It's not too hard. It's an incredible trick. So that's how you're gonna do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about it, but I think that's basically it. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Like I mentioned in a little bit earlier, don't worry about that little update where I mentioned 2 card decks. I am going to still make a video pretty soon reviewing those and showing those, so it won't just be this one. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed learning the snap chain. Make sure to comment below if you got it down, if you learned it, if you wanted to learn it, if you're going to learn it, whatever. Comment it below. Make sure that you like the video, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Join the family. And with that, I believe that's the end of the video, so I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Bye.